She was in stealth.
Freaking rogues.
Stealth. Uh-oh. Is my microphone working? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't.
I hear you.
Hello?
Hello?
I hear you. Okay, I see. Oh, everything got renamed. That's so weird. Hi everybody. It's Mondo. We're here to play Orphans and Owlbears. Um and I was confused for a moment, so I apologize for that awkward start. With us is is the gang. We got KO.
Hello.
We have Pryler,
Hello?
Senataki,
Hello?
and Simple Minded. And we oh go ahead. I see, and I just cut right in. I do that
Hello.
every time. I always do that. That's so rude of me. I need to remember to take that beat. But we're here to play some Dungeons and Dragons, so that's what we're doing. How's everybody been? It's been a while. I don't know exactly how long a while is, but it's been a little while.
Tired.
Also tired. I've been working a lot.
Also tired. I have also been working a lot.
Oh no, that's never good.
Sleepy.
Are you tired?
I thought I'd... Yeah, I'm sleepy. I'll change it up a bit.
Okay.
It has to be special.
Am special.
I am only a little tired. I did almost fall asleep a little bit ago, but then I shocked myself awake and I said, "No, you will not fall asleep. You will get up and do the thing with the D into the D. You will make the coffee, you will walk the dog, and you will do the D and the D." That sounds dirty. Anyway, who would like to help recap from last time? It's been a while, so it might be things happened. If I move us to the thing, it might help too. Let me move everyone to the proper map where we were last time we did the thing.
All I remember is we fought some ogres and it went way better than everyone expected, and then a lady showed up on a wolf.
Yeah, it went a lot better than I definitely expected. I was like, is this too hard? And it was not. Yeah, so you guys have been hanging out in the town, Duncan, in the West Green Valley, which you recently found out is not far at all from Hogs Feet Cove, where you were currently based before you went on the shipwreck diving expedition and then woke up someplace completely, well, not well, you even woke up, just like appeared someplace completely different, totally not remembering what happened to you. And you were underground in a thing, and there was a sanctuary, and you met a very nice ghost, killed a fish man. And the people in the town of Duncan have been having a problem with some people who have moved into the local keep and are extorting them and harassing them into giving them their foodstuffs. They've had them reopen the old mine, which was very dangerous because, it's pretty much tapped out and there's a lot of collapses and stuff, cave-in type things. So it's not a great place to be working, especially since there's not a lot of wealth to be had. You guys wanted to see what you could do about those folk in the keep and talk to them perhaps, like next time they showed up. But then someone came back from the mine saying, "Oh no, like some ogres have grabbed some of the miners and it's a very bad scene." So you guys went to go help that situation. Indeed, you found the ogres, you beat them. And at the last minute, just before like anything, and they had some goblin companions, before anything could really, you guys weren't really in any danger whatsoever, so This ride to the rescue is just more of a ride to show up. This very nice, maybe, half-orc woman came riding in on a direwolf. And she said her name was Sylv Danae. And she thanked you for your help. But first she did kind of like look suspiciously at some of the items and things that you guys have. But then kind of just like shook it off and was like, I guess they're probably okay. So, and she thanked you for your assistance. You do have 2 goblins who are not dead. They're just defeated. There's one who is wounded and pretty much has surrendered. And there is one who is unconscious because Sniva put him to sleep. So he's just kind of snoring there on that ledge. And this woman and her nice fluffy direwolf are here. Oh man, so what do you guys want to do? She's like, you want to fight? No, she doesn't say that. She would never do that. She's nice. I think. Maybe. Hey! No. No, do not do that right now. We are not doing that.
Oh wow! Just sound kicked in.
Yeah,
It's pretty loud.
The very
Yeah.
loud fire sounds.
Tried to turn it down.
The fire is roaring.
Did it lower? I tried to lower it just now. Did it lower?
I
Uh,
didn't appear to be.
No, didn't.
Oh boy. Okay. Is it lower? No. Maybe. Wow, it's just really loud.
No, didn't.
Shush! Will you hush?
You can turn down the volume in the bell icon on the upper right.
Yeah, but I mean, that's definitely. But I should be able to do it from here. So I'm kind of baffled as to why I can't, because I really should be able to.
That was less. I think.
Hush! Oh my goodness, my dog! You're such a pain in my butt. Yeah, so she thanks you for her help. For your help. She thanks you for your help. And we'll go back to introductions. She says, I am Sylv Danae. I'm a ranger. I've been scouting these lands. There are giants about, so amongst other dangers. What brings you here to these woods?
Rescuing miners. Possibly helping a town.
She glances at the miners.
Job's done.
So, what do you, Percy, you're over there because you freed the miners, or were you over there because you just beat up that goblin? I don't remember.
I was freeing the miners or like seeing if there's any wounds on them first, like, but maybe freeing them as well.
Yeah, they're a little beat up, but not badly. I mean, they've got like, some bumps and bruises, but there's nothing really bad. They're not in any danger. Will you please stop crying?
If I give a good, quick glance at them, do they just look like miners?
Yeah, they've got like dirt and soot on their faces, and they're just like, oh, thank you so much for saving us. Those ogres were sure scary. The goblins weren't that great either. Oh, there's one over there. Don't look.
All right. Well, then I continue to free them and help them out.
Okay. Yeah, you freed them. They're looking at the half-orc and her giant wolf with a little trepidation. But Danny looks back over to Kit freeing miners and helping a town.
Yeah, some dudes in the keep are extorting them for protection and stuff. And that's not cool.
Yeah, and they may be causing the problems themselves as well, running a scam on it.
Hmm. That's interesting. Which keep? Are you talking about Owlbear Keep, just over the across the river there, to the west, east, to the east?
Yeah, towards that tower.
Hmm.
There's a lit tower over there. At least in that direction.
That's very interesting.
So, what brings you out to these part of the woods?
Well, as I said, I'm just trying to keep this area safe from the giants and any other
And that's just your.
incursions.
So the only thing you're out here for is just keeping it clear.
Pretty much. I was born in this area. I've recently returned to it, so
Is there you got like a group of people, like a village,
no, not a village.
a camp?
I have a few friends in the area, but
Did you say had?
have.
Okay. Well, thank you for your help. Been much appreciated. But I think we need to get these miners back
Yes,
back
by,
home as soon as possible.
Yes, by all means. May I ask a question quickly?
Of course, you may.
Some of the items you wear, they appear to be of Shadowfell design. May I ask how you acquired them?
What's the Shadowfell?
Have you heard of the Feywild?
Maybe.
Have we heard of the Feywild?
Yeah, everybody's heard of the Feywild.
Okay. I was like thinking in my head. I was just like, I don't remember hearing that before. But okay, so yeah,
The Shadowfell is its opposite. It's a land of darkness and despair. It's not a great place. I also notice you have and she gestures at Kit's crossbow. Is that drow make?
Yeah, I guess.
You'll want to keep it out of sunlight. Direct sunlight will degrade the properties.
That's a good point. I guess.
Well, it might be best if you take your miners, and I'll continue on my way. Thank you. Well met.
What do we do with the goblin?
She's taking them.
Oh, okay.
What did you say?
I thought she was taking them.
Yeah, she can
Like-
she can absolutely take the goblins. She's like, I can take them prisoner. They won't be mistreated.
Never will like try to drag the goblin around the cliff.
Okay.
and then the one next to me is still alive, right?
Yes. Yeah. And he is
Yeah.
surrendered.
So I'll just like grab him by his like foot and pick him up upside down and hand it to him
Okay.
to her.
Oh gosh, oh boy. Yeah, she binds his hands behind his back. She sits him on her direwolf and she takes the unconscious one. She unties him as well. He starts waking up a little groggily, being jostled and such. But she puts them both over the back of the direwolf, gets on, and gives you a nod and a smile, and rides off.
Does it look like any of the goblins have a hand crossbow?
They do not. They had short bows and short swords,
Oh,
which have been left behind because,
yeah, you wouldn't want a prisoner to
right.
have weapons on them.
Well, here, this is yours. You keep it. Yeah, so she has ridden off.
Oh, bye, Sneva.
It is late evening. It's night. It's dark. It's nighttime.
I figured with the owls in the background, but I wasn't sure if that was just like tied in with the wood or the burning wood.
Right.
Also known as a campfire. I'm smart.
So I would like to point out you took Sneva, but not the accountable goblin.
I am so sorry. She's like, "Come,
Wait,
Sneva,
no,
come
that's
with
the wrong,
me."
that's the wrong small. That's the wrong small person. Come back.
Sorry.
For a brief moment, Sneva was riding on a direwolf.
Simple realizes he grabbed Sniva by the foot and was, oh shit.
The miners are like, they're ecstatic. They're like, "Thank you so much for saving us. That was we were afraid we were going to be eaten, but then they were talking about giving us to someone else to eat, some sort of giant lady. I'm not sure. They told us that it'd be best if we just shut up and stop asking questions, so we did."
That was probably very wise.
Thank you. We can't
Are you-
repay you enough.
Are you guys good to travel?
I think so. Yeah, and they're one of them like starts like heading over to the cart. Like we should probably take the cart with us. There's a little bit of ore in there and a couple of small gems we were able to find. Plus, all of our tools are in there. Well, not all of them. Some of them.
Is anyone familiar with this area? You know, if this would be a decent spot to... I mean, we already got a campfire. We might want to sleep through the night and not travel. We killed most everything around here.
I guess it might be okay. I mean, I don't really know the area too well, but as you said, there is a campfire.
We also have that orc patrolling.
That's true.
Keep it a little safe.
She seems a little dangerous, don't you think? And what was with that direwolf? Thing was huge.
It was. She seemed to have it under control, and I think we could trust her.
Well, we trust you guys for sure. I mean, if you wanna spend the night here, I mean, we'll surely.
Nargoth, what do you think?
I mean, we also have a pig we can roast real quick.
I guess that is true. Oh.
That is true.
Do you know how to gut a pig?
I mean, it can't be too different than gutting fish.
All right, because we're gonna hoist that thing up on a tree. It's pretty large. Well, anyways, we'll get to that. Everyone else good to camp here?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we can work out some kind of sleeping schedule so we have someone on guard at all time. And
I've got a lot of adrenaline in my system. I'm pretty good. I could stay up if you'd like.
We can take first watch together.
Cool.
I go lean my back up against the stump and take a seat and prepare to sleep for the night.
Sure.
If we've already cooked the pig. Which, I mean, maybe it's burning. Or cooking now.
Yeah, this commoner here, I probably should have given them names like Frank and Beth or something. She seems to have some sort of experience with butchering, so I mean, she is quickly, even though it's very large, she is quickly trying to make short work of it. She's probably going to ask the larger guys for help since it is so big. Like, here, can you hold its legs here? And then let me just, let's pull this out here. We'll probably want to bury that or burn it, I suppose, and get that skin off. It's going to take a while. Should be ready by morning. We can have it for breakfast.
All right.
Sounds good to me. I'll take second watch if you guys want.
Good night.
Okay, so you guys are just gonna get some sleep then.
It looks that way.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, the night passes by uneventfully. There are a couple times, like, you know, those of you who are on watch, like, are alerted by the sound of something. It turns out maybe just to be a deer or something along those lines. But nothing to really worry about. In the morning, this miner here, this commoner who is working in the mines, she is slowly, like, trying to carve up a bunch of this pork. It smells delicious. Who's up for bacon?
Oh wow! You seem to have gotten an accent since cooking that pork. I'll take some.
It's because I'm awake now. I wasn't aware I had an accent, but maybe I do. I think I was just trying to sound awake and jovial. So you're really gonna help the town with those raiders, bandits, those bad people?
That is the plan.
That's good because we don't like that nonsense. This area has been completely free of any sort of like lord or any, you know, anyone like that for so long now, and you know, we've become quite self-sufficient. And I mean, sure, you know, a little protection is good, but these people, they're not just interested in protecting us. They just want to take what we have. They're probably driving the giants towards us, just to make trouble.
Yeah, that's kind of what we've been thinking as well. Well, we can wrap up breakfast. I could take the cart if you guys are too tired, and we can get out of here.
Thank you. That would be good. She continues to like butcher the rest of this like giant boar, and she's like kind of like wrapping it up in like
You could put all the leftovers on the cart as well if you'd like.
Yep. Yeah, and she takes you back to the, well, she doesn't take you back. You guys, like, lead them back to, like, back to the West Green Valley's town of Duncan. So you guys were out in, oh, I don't have a token in this scene. Should probably give myself this token so I can see it on the screen. Huzzah! There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so just a little north of the mines. As you guys are, like, climbing the, making your way out, like, yeah, you can definitely see the keep a few miles away, like, down the river, like when you come up a hill or anything along those lines. Like, you come up a hill and you can see the keep behind you as you're heading back towards town.
It's a pretty big keep.
Size of a mountain.
Might hopefully that's not a indication of how many there are, and they're just a smaller group
One of the
in a big keep.
One of the commoners looks and is like, "It's only a model."
What is this, a fortress for ants? I'm moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys back to town. So it doesn't take terribly long to get back to town. No more than like an hour or so. Even pulling the cart, like well, hour and a half. You get back to town. People are thrilled when they see you arrive. They're like, "Oh, they're fine. They're safe. Thank the Lord. It's such a beautiful day for people to be okay. We
Thank the
feared
Lord.
the worst.
So you said there were no lords.
Thank the gods. Well, there's no Lord in the valley. Like regular Lord. We were talking like thank the gods. That lords. Those lords.
Oh, okay.
The god lords.
But you see my confusion. Okay. Good.
Thank you so much. Oh, we feared the worst when you did not return last night. We were like, oh my, our saviors as well as our friends are all going to be eaten.
No, actually, we handled it quite easily.
That's well, so well.
My friends here are quite good at their professions.
People start applauding.
I'm just bowing.
Duchesne comes out of the West Green Inn. He looks relieved as hell as well. And he comes running over and to shake your hands and stuff. Like, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh. So what happened out there?
Well, we ran into a group of, two ogres and some goblins. They seem to have the miners. and we're deciding what to do with them. So we dispatched the ogres and not miners, the goblins, and we return to you your miners.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
I honestly don't think any of us broke a sweat. Even it was.
Well, that's good to hear. If you plan on, you know, starting negotiations with the people up at the keep, so it's good to know that you're definitely capable. That's fantastic news. That's fantastic. One of the their names were Bill and Judy, the miners. Bill is just like, tell him about the half-orc lady and the wolf. You should have seen it, Duchesne. The wolf was so big and fluffy.
He was really big and fluffy.
A half-orc and a dire wolf. She was
Yeah,
friendly. Was she?
Kind of. Yeah, she was friendly. She helped dispatch, I think, a couple of the goblins.
Well, that's good. The last thing we need is more trouble in the valley.
Never won't say anything on what happened with the with how the half orc helped because Never remembers.
Yeah, she looked like she came to help. Like we were kind of like almost done by the time she got there.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah. She came to help. We just, well, if we ended up needing help, she would have been able to help us.
Well, that's good. That's good. Anyway, are you tired? Do you need some refreshment? Do you need food?
Actually, we brought some food.
Bacon.
Uh, this bacon
Lots of bacon.
and salty pork.
People start gathering around. They're like, "Oh, is that what smells so good?" Oh. This one kid,
Right.
he's like about 8 years old, like takes a look and he just like raises his fist to the sky and just screams, "Luau!" And everybody looks at him like they don't know what he's talking about. It's not a thing here.
What's he screaming about? What's you screaming about?
Luau.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so
don't
people
have
start like
pastors.
people start taking chunks of pork and bacon and stuff and thanking you as they do. Thank you for the food. It's so good. Oh, haven't had bacon in a fortnight. This is dope.
Saved day and brought bacon. Nice.
So as things start to like settle down a bit and like people have like are taking away the food they've gathered that you've brought back, like they're taking away some food. Deshane approaches you as like other people like move away from you. So, I mean, you handled yourselves all right last night. Not that I had doubts that you would, but I mean, I suppose maybe I'm not totally against the idea of you talking to these raiders. Is there a plan? Do you have some sort of plan as far as this goes, or?
I lean down to like the same height as like Kit and whisper, "Do we have a plan?"
No, I didn't have any plan.
So business as usual.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, we've got a plan.
All right. I
I
mean,
just
what?
cross my arms and I look smug.
What would you require of us?
I lean back down to Kit and is like, "Do we need anything?"
Not really.
I mean, I was in the market for a hand crossbow, something that isn't so big for me. But I can just get that normally. I don't know what we would need from them to do what we're planning to do.
Well, I know there was some talk yesterday about pitchforks and such. Like having, arming the town to help defend it. Is that still something you'd require?
Well, I mean, if people come barging into town trying to fight you, I'd like you to fight back. But otherwise, don't really need anything else.
Okay. All right. Good then. Well, I guess we'll prepare for something along those lines. And he looks at the guy who had been talking about, like, getting the pitchforks and stuff, like, yesterday. All those weeks ago yesterday. And the guy's like, all right, and he claps his hands together, and he's just like, I want those of you who've still got some strength in your muscles and your backs to go. We're gonna get some pitchforks. We're gonna set up some pitchforking places. Is that what you call them?
Sounds right to me.
All right.
I mean, it might be called a pitchforkery.
I like that pitchforkery. All right, so what would you guys like to do?
Neva is going to look for for a weapon shop.
Okay. There is. Let me. I'm gonna do a thing here, and then whoa! What did I? Not what I wanted to do. Holy shit! Oh, well, isn't that just lovely? What did you do, Mondo? You just wiped out the whole town. I wiped out the whole town, guys.
They're all dead.
They're all dead.
I thought that was our job.
Well, mission failed.
They
Successful.
they fucked up with the pitchforks real bad.
Wiped out the whole town. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Well, we'll just. Oh, and I wiped out the.
So are we just in a void floating right now? There's just no town there.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. What the hell? No, they're all. Wow, I don't know what just happened. My computer's been being weird lately, so that's what's happened. Let me just put the store back together.
Huh? Computer being weird? Nah.
I know, right? I'm going to give me 1 second here. I'm going to force reload this really quick, so it's going to black out for you guys for a second, because yeah, it's being difficult. Oh, this is much better. Okay. Yeah, this is exactly how it's supposed to be in the first place. And now I have like extra merchants, Natalie merchants, all sorts of merchants that we don't need. Okay. So I'm going to move you to this nice screen here. And there is a shop down here. Well, I guess you guys are still moving to that particular map, so.
Yeah.
But there is a shop. It's called the West Green Provisions.
Oh,
And you're mostly there. You're getting there.
I am here. Kit has arrived. There I go.
I'll move you closer too. So this is the West Green Inn, the larger building to your left, and down below is the West Green Provisions.
So this one?
Yes, this one. Yep. You come in and this man is here. He's a big, burly guy with a beard, balding head, and he says, "Hello, little one.
Hello?
What can I do for you? I'm Hal Tumblerock."
Do you have a hand crossbow?
A hand crossbow. Not that I know of, to be honest. I may be able to come up with. I may be able to find something. Perhaps maybe make a trade or two amongst some folk I know. Perhaps to get you one of those. How much are you looking to pay for one of those?
I do not know the price. What would a price be for one of?
What a great question. Let's see. Let's see what a hand crossbow would cost in regular, in a regular thing. Okay. They're pretty pricey. He's just like maybe back in like Hog's Feet Cove or the surrounding area, you could expect to pay like between 70 and 80 gold pieces for one. But if I were able to come up with one around these parts here, I mean, that'd probably be a little bit of a markup. It'd probably be closer to like maybe like 90 gold pieces. Because, I'd have to make a few trades. Is that something that would be in your ability to pay before I start making phone calls?
I feel like my my currency isn't copper because it says I have 1,500 copper pieces, and I feel like we had a different number before.
Huh. I don't know. What's everybody else got for like money? How's everybody's money look?
I've got 2 platinum, 48 gold, 10 silver, and 94 copper.
Sneva, I have no idea what happened to your money. why it's like
Sneva's
that.
money's just somewhere in the void.
How much money did Sneva have?
1,500 copper pieces. Which is an absurdly high amount of copper pieces, but also simultaneously it's like having a bunch of pennies.
Yeah, it's not like a lot of money like whatsoever.
Yeah, I only have a gold piece and 16 silver pieces, and then some copper.
Nergath's holding out on us.
I can pay for Sneva's hand crossbow.
Now, aside from the hand crossbow, I would like you to note that if you should be able to, I hope, fingers crossed, you should be able to double click on this dude.
It does not seem to be doing anything.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe now you can double click on this dude. And when you do so, you should see a list of things he does actually have like in stock. And you can actually just purchase these things from him in some sort of manner. So it seems like most of what he has here, I mean, he doesn't have like a lot of things like weapons. Like I said, he said he could get his hands on something. He would need to ask around. But it seems mostly he just has like useful items, like things you would find in like a common provision store. Like, this is definitely not the kind of town where like people would normally like buy, sell, and trade weapons. But if anyone needs anything, this is where you could potentially get it. Like, you want a bullseye lantern? You can buy a bullseye lantern off this guy. To the right of the things, there's like a little $, and you can click that and buy item. Buy stack, I believe, lets you buy like the whole bunch. I haven't tested it out, but I think you can just buy like everything by hitting buy stack. I don't know if you'd want to do that, but sure enough, these are the things he has. So he writes, as you guys are looking around his shop, he writes something on a slip of paper, and calls a young boy over. This young boy was like sweeping the floor. There's some sort of like resemblance, so it's maybe a nephew or his son. And he hands the piece of paper over, and he's just like, "Do me a favor, go take this to Nerf Rocksteady, and we'll and just tell him to get back to me." And the little kid just nods and runs out the door to go see Nerf Rocksteady. What a name, right? Anywho, all right. So, is there anything else you folks might be needing today?
Never will look at the rest of the party.
I'm good.
All right. Well, I'll get back to you. You're staying at the inn.
Yeah.
All right. I'll send the boy over if I get a handle on a hand crossbow for you.
Never will nod and bow.
Good day, sir.
So did you guys want to go scout out that keep?
Don't have anything else better to do, I guess.
Sneva, Narga?
Sure, let's do it.
It sounds good to me.
The day's still pretty early in the day, so should probably set out soon.
All right, so you guys would like to go scout out the keep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, dope.
I hear rolling.
That's never good. Okay. So unless there's something else you guys want to do in town, I'm just going to have you set out for the keep to see what's going on there. Why have I not moved to the other map? What a thing. What a day.
Yeah, I'm good with setting out right now.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, as well.
Let's go.
Okay. There we go. All right. So you guys leave the store and start heading pretty much straight towards the keep. After a short while of walking walking up the mountain, walking up the mountain. I said walking up the mountain. You guys get back to the sanctuary where you guys originally had popped out, and just off the beaten path there. And you can see in the distance. You can see the watchtower a bit closer. Definitely looks like it's seen better days. It definitely looks ruined. There is still a fire burning atop it. And it is about 2.5, 3 miles from where you guys are.
So you guys think we should check out this tower before the keep, or just go straight to the keep? Tower sus?
Let's check it out.
No.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Like, there could be people there, but like, you could potentially just pass off as like, oh, sorry, we were just passing by, trying to get to the woods or something. I don't know.
We saw a fire that was lit, and we assumed it was an inn. Our apologies.
Alright, so you guys start making your way to the watchtower. Coming a little further up the mountain path, you get to the fork in the road. Or if you head you can head to the tower or directly to the keep. You guys are heading towards the tower, yes?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heading towards the tower. Give me a second while I check on something for you. For me, for you. That's not what I wanted. I did not want new ability scores. I didn't want them twice, especially. That's what I want. Okay. Are any of those scores good? Oh, that first one's really good. 17, 16, 14, 14, 13, 15? Yes, please. Um, Percival, as you guys
No.
are approaching the cross, the fork in the road, and start heading up towards the tower, you notice like a glint of like a few faint glints of light coming from the top of the tower. Um, not They don't seem to be like pointed in your direction. They seem to be pointed towards the keep. And as you continue walking towards the
Well,
keep,
okay.
you see a couple more like just like quick little flashes. So if you zoom in on the keep as you approach up the road is definitely not well maintained. It is it's been used, but definitely not well maintained. There are a couple of horses tied up outside. And if you kind of zoom in on the tower, this is actually pretty much like accurately what the tower looks like. It has completely crumbled. You can see directly inside. It's like like one whole side of it has just like crumbled. There's no floors, there's no stairs that you can see inside. And a person approaches like from the top of the tower. It looks down at you. He's got a longbow. He's got it out, and he's got an arrow knocked, but he's not like pointing it directly at any of you. He's just kind of got it ready. He looks down at you, and he's just like, "How can I help you?"
We saw the light and we came to investigate what's going on over here.
Nothing. We're just keeping an eye out for trouble. You wouldn't happen to be up to making trouble, would you?
No, not at all.
Good.
How did you get up there, anyways?
He kicks he kicks a rope over like the edge, and like some of it like just kind of like dangles down. Not all the way. He doesn't like kick the whole thing, but he kicks a rope, and like about like 10 feet of rope like come dangling down. The tower's about like 60 feet tall, and 10 feet of rope. He's just like climbed.
I see. Well, if you're looking for people that are causing trouble, you'd have a better time finding them if you were searching and not in one spot.
We get a pretty good view of the roads here, and if we see anyone coming, we can signal those at the keep to be on the lookout.
Oh, so you're part of the people that are staying at the keep over there.
We are?
Well, we were unaware of this, so we don't mean to cause you any trouble.
That's good. You said that.
Did we bring any of that meat with us?
That's up to you. You certainly could have. There was definitely enough of it, so if you guys had grabbed some, then yeah, you could definitely have some of that meat with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna like pull out some of it. It's like, you want some bacon?
Bacon.
Yeah, like pork, bacon, meat, whatever.
He turns around and it looks like he's saying something to somebody. And then he looks back down at you and he says, we might be interested in some bacon. What do you, I've got about 10 coppers.
That might be like a slice or two.
A slice or two. He turns back to the whoever he was talking to before.
It's artisanal bacon.
Artisanal. He says it's artisanal bacon as he turns back towards whoever it was he was talking to up there. My brother here says he's got 2 copper. That and my 10 silver. That would my 10. He's got 2 silver. That and my 10 copper. For some of your artisanal bacon. More than a slice or two, I would think, for 3 silver.
Are you gonna sell him the bacon?
I mean, if you want to come down and get it, sure. Like, I'll sell you some of it. Like, we could do this.
I mean, I can't come down. What I can do is I can put our money in this bucket. I'll lower a bucket down. And you put the bacon in.
Did you forget how to climb?
I've
you
got a
stuck?
job to do up here. I can't be slacking off on my job.
Don't you get breaks?
Yeah, but not until at least noon. And we've got more than one bucket up here.
I mean, you like is like, so like, I take pride in what I do. Is there like, is the bucket clean? I don't really want to be putting your bacon in like a bucket that might be dirty. You know what I mean? Like that's a little getting gross, you know?
Hang on a second. Okay. Why are you so intent on me coming down? I mean, I can line the I've got a clean oilcloth here. I can line the bucket with the clean oilcloth. I don't see where I would need to come down to exchange bacon for a few coins.
I mean, if you want to line it, that's fine. I just didn't want to be putting bacon in like, dude, this is good stuff. I ain't gonna waste it by putting it in some dirty bucket. If you want to line the bucket, that's cool. But you know what I'm saying? Like, good stuff. We just hand carved it ourselves. Fresh, good stuff.
Give me a persuasion check. Okay, he seems to relax a little bit, and he's like, "All right." He's like, "You're definitely selling the hell out of this bacon. Hang on a second. And you hear a little bit of noise coming from the top. He's no longer like when he kind of walks off away from the edge. When he comes back, he no longer has the bow in hand, but he does have a bucket, and he lowers the bucket down to your level. Sure enough, inside is a small pouch. There's some coins in it, and the bucket is lined now with with looks like a pretty nice oilskin.
I take the coins out. I like toss them to Sneva or whoever. It's like, and then put some of the bacon in.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I like give it a tug to let him know like that it's good after the bacon's in.
Okay, he starts like reeling it up.
Yeah, and if you wanted to get like let the rest of the guys know we've got some more of this. See how if they want some. Just let them know. We could maybe stop by later. You could let us know if they want something.
All right. So are you well armed butchers?
Hmm.
Some of these pigs are dangerous. You gotta be.
That's true. Some of the pigs are dangerous. We know that the hill giants and ogres in these parts they tend to keep a lot of large boars. So yeah, it is good to be well protected against some of those larger bacon machines.
Also, sometimes we gotta travel far to get to town. So like sometimes you run into things, you know. So yeah, we're gonna be in the area. Like say you want, we can stop by later. See if you guys want to like talk to the people down, maybe at the keep, see if they want some.
Yeah, if you'd like to head up to the keep and see if anyone perhaps would like to buy your bacon, we can. I'm sure I'm sure the lady and her people would definitely be interested in possibly procuring some of this bacon. I mean, she has some herself, but as you say, it's artisanal, so that's always that sounds fancy. I'm really not sure what it means, but it sounds real fancy.
Is the most fancy.
Yeah, it's a very good word. Yeah, well, we might stop by and see what they want.
Dope.
Yeah, like I say, I think you said something about like you could signal them. Like, is there any way you could let them know that we'll be stopping by, like say like merchant or something, just to make sure? Because like I saw you had the bow. I'm gonna be honest. I was worried you're gonna try to shoot at us. We don't want like the same issue over there.
Well, we've got to be careful.
Oh no, 100%. We gotta look out for ourselves too.
Sure. The other guy who was up there with him makes his first appearance. He comes to the edge of the thing. He is like chewing on presumably a mouthful of bacon, and he just looks down and he's like, "This is good. This is very good bacon." Gives you a thumbs up.
It's artisanal.
Artisanal. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let them know some merchants are coming their way. And perhaps just stop by later with some more bacon.
Perhaps we'll stop by maybe for some more copper. I give him a little wink and a thumbs up.
Mm-hmm. He gives you a thumbs up back, and then walks away from the edge.
Yeah, I whisper to everyone, I think we're in.
Nice.
All according to plan.
We didn't have a plan, but yes.
Well, we did have a plan. And that plan was to wing it.
I like the way you think.
All right then.
Do we want to stop back at the town, grab some more bacon just so it like seems more legitimate? Because like I don't think we brought enough for a keep.
Well, hopefully the town didn't need it all.
You have a valid point.
It was a very large boar. There was plenty of like. I mean, they may have eaten it all. I can't say for sure. Maybe I'll roll a die when you guys get back to town. But there was a lot of meat. I mean, it was big enough for like a half ogre to ride. I mean, it would have been like a regular person riding a small pony. But still, the half ogre could have ridden it. So that's a lot of meat. And that lady, Judy or whatever I said her name was, I mean, she seemed to really know what she was doing. She knew her way around a hog, so she definitely made the most of it.
Yeah, maybe we could see what's left on that cart they had, and maybe use that. Make us look like we're more of artisanal bacon sellers.
Sure.
If it was my family, I think that it would have already been all eaten, but most people aren't as as hungry as my family tends to be.
All
All
right,
right.
so
Yeah.
let's head on back.
Okay.
Also, you guys caught that he said the lady, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's new information, I believe.
Ah, that ogre fire finally went out.
Yeah, that, I totally forgot there was an ogre fire. I was like, oh, I meant to change that up a little. But, okay. Heading back to town then.
Yar.
All right. You guys start heading back to town to see what is going on and if there's some bacon left. Walking downhill's easier than walking back up, so it's definitely not too much longer before you're back in town. When you guys get back to town towards the inn, you notice that there are a couple of horses kind of like tethered up outside the inn. They definitely were not there before. And you can hear some soft nickers and whinnies coming from inside the inn. Moving you back to the inn.
We should go check that out, see who it is.
I agree.
That guy whose
If,
name I probably should have written down so that I would remember his name. He is outside, and he looks a little concerned. The one that was thinking about it's like, oh, we need pitchforks and things of that nature. Oh yeah, let's get them pitchforks.
Can I approach him and ask him why he looks so concerned?
Some strange folk have ridden into they rode into town. Probably about half an hour ago. They came. They came from out towards the mine. They're inside. They're drinking. I think I recognize one of them as one of those folk that have been coming here, badgering the hell out of us. So yeah, I'm not positive, but he had a distinctive mustache, and I think that might be him. Should I get a pitchfork?
Not yet.
All right, not yet. Okay, dope. I won't get a pitchfork yet.
Let's go in and check out this
Uh,
guy and his mustache.
Yeah. I was gonna say I only have the site. Like my player token is the shopkeep, and I can't see anything else.
Click somewhere else, and it should unselect it. That happened to me too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also having a
No, okay.
similar. I'm also having a similar problem. I don't know.
Yeah, I had to do like make a box, I guess.
You shouldn't have to do that. Should not have to do that. But apparently, okay, we'll fix that in post. And there it goes again.
Before we head in, I'm gonna like whisper to the guy that was there and be like, "There's still some of that meat left, right?"
Um. Yeah. There's still some of that meat left. Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah, there's definitely still some of that meat left. There we go. No. Weird fucking settings. Hang on 1 second while I see what's going on here. Left click to release objects. Why is this guy still showing up as my main thing? I don't know. It's infuriating. Okay. Son of a bitch. Okay. Yeah, so you guys go in there. A bunch of the town folk are sitting around there, eating and drinking. And, there are a few people who look like they've just ridden. They don't look like regular town folk. These folk over here. A couple of these folk here don't quite look right. And there is there's a lady sitting at the bar there, nursing a large ale, who also seems to not quite look right. They definitely don't look like locals. They're armed, not armed to the teeth or anything, but yeah, they don't appear to be locals.
Does anyone seem to be causing a ruckus?
Nope, they just seem to be sitting there, just eating and just hanging out, just eating and drinking, having quiet conversations with themselves. These two here are talking to each other. Obviously, these two at the table are talking to each other. This woman here is she's just kind of sitting there like nursing a glass of wine and poking around at what appears to be some sort of stew. And the nice lady up here, who seems kind of, she seems kind of muscly, is just kind of sitting there, just drinking her drink. But you definitely see this guy here with the weird, distinctive mustache, which may be the guy that the pitchfork guy was talking about.
All right.
Deshane here. He comes over and asks like the lady sitting at the bar if there's anything else. If there's anything else she might need. And he is going to he kind of glances at Kit like nonchalantly, just like as if like you guys had just like come in, just like looking at the people. And he kind of grimaces and like does like a very minor like facial tick towards like the people at this table here. It looks like he's trying not to be noticed.
I'm resisting the urge to pick a fight.
I,
Me too.
I leaned down to like Kit. I was like, should we pick a fight?
I don't want to just be like, hey, mustache, and pick a fight, but I don't know if that's a good idea.
I'm gonna head over to the table.
Okay.
I'm gonna like tap the dude on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go, hold on, the music keeps getting super loud for me.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder and was like, excuse me, you're at our table.
He sighs, like he doesn't turn to look at you at first. He sighs and he looks at the guy he's like talking to at the other seat. There we go. That's a little bit better. I can control that again now. And he doesn't turn to look at you, but he says, "That's funny. I didn't know you had your name on it." Do you see? Oh, go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out how much of a dick I want to be.
Sure.
Hold on.
Sneva is going to walk like next to the tape and try to quietly cast prestidigitation while pointing at what is like meant to look like a carve in the table of Naragath.
You had the exact same thought, but I was actually just gonna carve it right there in front of him. But like yeah, let's go with Neva's idea.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check to to not be noticed. Really, doing a little casting there.
Fantastic.
Do I have a card that can help with that? I don't know how to use my cards.
You could give him a D6 roll by giving him one of your dice. I mean, he's also got a die himself he could use.
Either way.
Do you want to try to bump that up or no? There you go.
I bumped it up.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a D6.
Not trying to be rude or anything, but you did say that we didn't have our name on the table, and we do.
He looks down at where you pointed. And he looks a little surprised. He says, "Oh, my apologies. I didn't see that when we sat down. I thought this was a common inn, and that we perhaps I'll carve my name in another table. My apologies." And
As soon as he finishes saying that, I was like, that's extremely rude of you to carve your name in someone else's table.
is it?
Yeah, it's not your table.
he stands up and looks at Duchesne, and he points at that table over there, and he says, "That table there. Does that table belong to anyone, or can I go and stake my claim?" And Duchesne just like looks nervous as hell, especially as he looks over the table and sees that Percy has like sat down at it or is standing at it. I'm not sure what you're doing.
I just take a seat.
Okay.
Are you blind? I think that's Percy's table.
Okay. He looks at the guy he was sitting at the table with, who stands up. The guy appears to be like pretty well built, and the guy looks at the mustache guy and he's just like, "Let's just move to the corner." And they both get up. Mustache guy gives Percy not Percy, Narragath a nod, like a nod of acknowledgement, like, not necessarily like, but just an acknowledgement kind of nod. And they start walking over towards this other corner here. There they go. Unless, like, you guys are doing something else to further prevent them from...
I'm gonna sit at Percy's table and for an eavesdrop if we're gonna let them talk.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say after they leave, I
Yeah.
purposely do not sit at the table
Mm-hmm.
that I just moved them from and go sit at Percy's table.
Okay.
Snever will sit at the table because he never once said that Narragath was Narragath. He just pointed at the name that said Narragath. For all they know, his name is Narragath.
True that.
Actually, I'm gonna sit on the and just like watch them.
Sure. They are drinking their drinks. They don't appear to be saying much of anything. The woman who is sitting at the bar picks up her drink and she kind of walks over to Sniva at his table there. And she looks down at you and she just says, "May I join you?"
Sure.
"Thank you." And she sits down. What are you drinking, young man?"
What am I drinking, or do I even have anything?
You don't currently have anything to drink. Like, it seems like she's asking you if you want to drink.
Nothing right now. We might be on our way soon, so I don't want to get too... You have to keep your wits when you're walking through the road.
I see. You folks live here in town? You and your friends?
You could say that. We kind of popped in.
I mean, you must be pretty important or well respected here in this town. I mean, you have your own table. And she looks down at where you had written Narragath's name, and she says, "Narragath, is it?"
I mean, I sometimes am called Scarlet from my surname, but
I see.
what is your name?
My name is Samantha.
Are you from around here?
I am not from around here, no. I'm just Just traveling, looking for looking for odd jobs here and there, looking for a little work. Perhaps someone of your importance is looking for a bodyguard, or maybe not. She says as she like looks over at the other three sitting at the table, especially like the big guys.
Probably not, but I'm sure that there are some people who would be.
How long do you plan on staying on in town, Mister Scarlet?
Yes, I'm not sure. I don't think that we have a leave date.
I see.
Otherwise, why would we put our name in a table?
True enough. True enough. Well, I'll leave you to your table, Mister Scarlet, and again, if you have any need of any odd jobs taken care of, uh, I'll be here for a day or so at least.
All right. I will keep that in mind, Samantha.
Good day, Mister Scarlet. She gets up and starts heading back towards the bar. What are the rest of you? What are the rest of you doing while this conversation is taking place?
I'm hyper focused on the mustached man.
Okay. Percy, Naragath.
I'm just kind of sitting here. I guess waiting to be served, possibly. Just kind of gauging the room, not really doing anything.
Okay. This this person comes over. She works here. She comes over to your table and she's just like, drinks, food.
Since we're here, I'll take an ale and some ham. And can you sprinkle some cheese on that ham?
Um, sure, she says. And then as she says that, Percy, you notice that this lady that had been talking to Sniva, um, she turns around very quickly, and she is pulling a mace out of her cloak. Um, Sniva, you definitely hear that from behind you as well, and I would like you to all roll initiative.
Does it still count as us being in a conversation? Samantha and me?
No, I would say that the conversation's over. But why do you ask before I say for
Because I
finale?
have, I think it is words of terror, where if I'm talking to someone just one on one for a minute, I can infuse terror in them. But the conversation might be over already. So.
Do me a favor and pop. Can you just? Well, actually, I can just look it out on your sheet real quick. Let me look at this. What's it called? It sounds awesome.
Words of terror.
Words of
Let's
terror.
see. Am I able to? Yeah.
I would say you would probably need to do that like at the start of the conversation, based on what I'm kind of
Oh,
looking at. Like, because you would try to during that conversation, you'd be trying to see that paranoia in their mind.
that makes sense. That's
Yeah,
why I was asking.
yeah. That does seem dope, though. That might be good in the future, definitely. Okay. All right. So again, as she starts walking away, Percy, you see as she like kind of turns really quickly and like whips a mace out of her cloak. Sniva, you definitely heard that as she whips the thing out of her cloak. As soon as she does, like, I mean, like, Naragath and Kit, I mean, all of you are like, you're kind of on edge, so no one is surprised, even if you don't see what starts this thing. Nobody, nobody is surprised by anything that's happening. This woman here stands up very quickly at the table that she's sitting at, the small table, and she casts a spell. She does some movements and such, and she casts a spell, and she's just like, "Oh shit, I'm casting a spell," and
Never will tip his hat at her.
okay. You tip your hat at her. She casts a spell, and she seems to be gesturing at these other folk here. Let me do the thing to these people. They are all also getting up. So is Mustache Kit, and the guy Mustache is with. All right, that is her turn. Okay, so the lady that pulled that mace out real quick, she is going to definitely swing it at Sniva's head. And I am going to make my rolls public again because they weren't. A 9 definitely does not hit your armor class. So she misses. It goes like right over your head. You feel like the wind on your on your hat. Why did I blind this guy? That's not cool. He's not blind.
Not yet.
Haha. Naragath.
First things first, I'm gonna get myself right up in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fighting spirit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna swing my sword up on her.
Come here, armor class. Let me see you, lady. Yeah, that definitely hits her. Now, did I make this too low now? Can you guys hear fight music or no? I'm not going to stress about it if it's not playing. I don't care.
I hear.
I hear it.
Yeah, okay. I, for some reason, don't. But that's fine. Yeah. So she takes 6 points of damage, and she grunts, and yeah. You got anything else?
I'm gonna hold off. Until later.
Okay. All right. This guy stands up from his table, and he is going to whip a crossbow Jesus, Mondo. He takes out a crossbow from underneath the table, underneath his cloak. It's a light crossbow, and he is going to shoot at Naragath. He is almost definitely going to miss, even with an additional D4 added to that. Yeah, a 9 does not hit you. That is all he's got. Mustache gets up, and he's pretty much going to do the same thing. He whips out his light crossbow, and he is going to take a shot at Kit. He's going to move like over this way a little bit, and he's going to shoot at Kit. And, ooh, that's going to hit. He does 7 points of piercing damage. And then ends his turn. Kit.
It's daytime, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to stab him, I guess.
Sure. I would say you're not in direct sunlight. I mean, that's really the problem with like those drow things is direct sunlight. You're not in direct sunlight in here. So that might not be something you need to worry about right off the bat. But definitely, you stab him with that dagger. He definitely gets stabbed with that. And he will definitely take 7 points of piercing damage.
And then I can shoot him with my crossbow, yeah?
Yes. Oh, hang on one second. Okay. Everything okay? That's not what I'm asking. Is that it for you, Kit? I'm sorry. I'm asking my daughter if everything is okay.
Does the crossbow do damage?
Oh, yes, it hit. So, yeah.
And does he make the save for the poison?
Let's see. He does not. How much poison damage is that going to do to him?
How do I do that?
It should be in the description, I would imagine. And if it is not, then I mean it's good. I think it's 1d6. So it'd be additional 1d6.
Three.
Kit, what does that look like?
I don't know. He just holds his stomach, groans, and falls over.
Okay. That happens. Let me move this. There we go. Okay. Is there anything else you want to do? Do you want to move anymore? Anything?
Nope.
Okay. All right. This guy did not like that. He is going to take his mace out, and he's just like, "That was my friend, you tiny little piece of duty." And he's going to take a couple of swings at you with his mace. That first one will definitely miss. And so does the second one. He is not accustomed to fighting people much shorter than he is.
Your friend's mustache sucked.
I'm going to shoot at the man-made thug. And that's my friend. This doesn't count as direct sunlight, so I'd get advantage, right?
Yes. Well, you don't have disadvantage.
Well, pack tactics.
Oh, yes. Pretty sure. Stop barking. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, you hit him with the crossbow. And he takes 5 points of damage.
And I'm going to add Psychic Blades to it.
Oh, damn. Stop barking. He also reaches up and grabs the sides of his head, and he's just like, what the hell is that? Oh, my head. Shush. Shush, baby. Shush.
And then, just as a bonus morale damage, Healing Word on a Kit.
Okay. Stop. Stop. Everything's fine.
That's a bonus action.
So Kit gets back 5.
Thank you.
Okay. This guy here with the weird hair, he is going to, he also whips out his light crossbow, and he is going to take a shot at Sniva.
On with that, I'm gonna use fighting style protection.
Okay?
Oh, looks like it wouldn't have mattered anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna impose a disadvantage on that.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, like, the guy misses. And this guy here with the really red hair, this weird looking fellow, he whips out his crossbow, and he is going to take a shot at... Oh no, it's Percy's turn. I'm sorry. What the fuck am I thinking? I'm sorry, guys.
Whoa.
Percy, what would you like to do?
Well, I was concerned about Kit taking damage and was going to rush over there, then saw that she handled that guy, so, and then, Sneepa fucking helped with the thug, so I'm
Sure.
going to go after the Acolyte.
Okay.
And that I am going to walk over with my mace,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to try to hit him with the mace.
Okay.
If I can remember how to use a mace. God, it's been a while.
You swing the heavy end at someone's head. Like that. Yeah, that absolutely hits her. And she will take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. What does that look like?
Oh, God. Well...
Jeez. I didn't
That-
expect that either.
I wasn't expecting. I guess she's like, I guess she didn't know I was in the fight, and then I just like walk up behind her with the mace, just right to the back of the head, and she just, folds over.
Okay. Yeah, she drops. Oh boy. Oh, she had 7 hit points.
Goddamn.
Annihilated.
Well, that kind of throws off what I was gonna do a little bit. So I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have this all planned out. Let's see, what do I got for bonus? All right, we'll do. Well, I'm trying to see if I can do any damage. It doesn't look like it. I guess we still got a few more people. I'm going to cast my spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm. Whoever you try to hit bonk with it, it's definitely going to hit them.
I was going to put it on the focused bandit. So that's the green area, I guess.
Yeah, that's where your spiritual weapon is. Yes. Yep. So you hit that guy. Yeah, absolutely. So no, I don't know how many
So
hit
12
points.
damage.
I don't know how many hit points this guy has. Let's see what happens. What's that look like?
I haven't decided really what my spiritual weapon's going to look like.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess it can change, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
right
Yeah.
now, that was just another mace that kind of spawned like almost towards the roof and just was like coming down and just crushed him in the head, and he fell over.
Okay.
And then I'll end my turn because that's all I can do.
Oh, lady, you're dead. You're not in this fight. I'm so sorry. Okay. This one here, the squirrely thug, she's just like shit. As like two of her friends have gotten dropped. She seems really pissed, and she's going to swing her mace twice at Naragath. She seems to be really disturbed by the fact that two of her people got dropped three of her people got dropped so quick. But she does land a blow with that last one. Doing 8 points of damage to Naragath. And then she yells to the others. She's like, "Get the fuck out of here." And, yeah. That's what she does. That ends her turn. Naragath.
After she yells to everyone to get the fuck out of there,
Yeah.
I give her a little wink, and then I move between her and Sneva, and then move this way,
Okay.
completely like being like, no.
Okay. She
And
is going to get
I'm
an opportunity attack on you.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh,
Ouch.
and that will hit. But you're tough. She hits you really hard for 11 points of damage as you say no. But, you know. Like I said, you're tough.
And then I'm going to go all in on this guy.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that doesn't look great. No, that does miss. Yeah.
You can
Uh,
spend one of your things to get an
Yeah, I was
extra
gonna say you
D6,
can.
can't you?
Oh, I don't have any.
One of you
I
could
do.
use one of yours to give him one. Yeah.
Oh, I accidentally used it instead of. I don't know. I forgot how to give.
That's okay. You use it, and he can still roll a d6 to add it. Yeah, that'll definitely hit now. Okay. Again, I don't know how many hit points this guy has, so let's see what happens. Oh, he's up. Okay.
And then I'll action surge.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, that hits. Oh, my poor bandit. What have you done? What's that look like?
So I do like a slice across his chest, and then
Yeah.
on a backswing, cut his head off, but also spin around and look at the girl.
Okay.
And then I end my turn.
Yeah, she looks really frightened, and the townsfolk look like horrified at like all this carnage. Like, this is not what they signed up for when they woke up to bacon this morning. Kit.
Who else is in the fight?
So the guy in
The-
front of you,
Oh, he's
um,
all alive.
and that lady that took that swing at Sniva to start the whole thing.
I'm gonna stab the guy in front of me.
Okay. That will hit. He takes 9 points of piercing damage.
He's still up.
He is. That will also hit him. I'm going to have him roll a saving throw anyway. I don't think it's going to matter. Yeah, so he makes the save, but when he takes 6 points of damage, what does that look like?
Yeah, he just falls back and dies. I'm not fancy like Naragat.
He does that. He falls back and dies. Sniva.
I am going to pull out my rapier and stab the squirrely thug
Mm-hmm.
while saying, I told you I didn't need bodyguards.
That will miss.
It most certainly will. I will use what is it called? Healing word on Naragath and give him an inspiration.
Okay. I think you need to use your bonus action to do inspiration. So
Yes.
it would either be one or the other.
Okay, yeah, then I will not give a inspiration.
But you do give him 9 hit points.
I do.
Yes.
We'll say that Snevo was trying to give her a chance to not die with his miss.
Okay. Percy.
Um, I'm gonna drop the mace and charge at them
Mm-hmm.
and dive, kind of smash them with the shield a little bit and tackle them and try to grapple them.
Okay.
The shield smash was more of just a
Flavor?
flare. I'm not actually trying to do damage.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah. So give me a strength check.
That'd be an ability check, right?
Yes. She is grappled.
All right. So yeah, I guess I got them tied up. I will end my turn.
Okay. All right, she gets nasty. Because even though she's grappled, I mean, she can still attack. She just can't move. She could try to get away from it, but she just says, "Unhand me, you beast," which is definitely racist, and she starts like swinging at you with her mace.
How?
For 4, and then she makes another swing and misses.
I have a question though. When does my spiritual weapon take a turn?
You can move it and attack as a bonus action on your turn. So if you wanted to do that,
All right, so I could have done that. I for some reason I thought it had its own turn. My bad.
no, you move it and attack on your turn.
Gotcha.
But that is all she does. She seems to be very angry. And while she's struggling, I mean, she wasn't trying to necessarily break away. She's just trying to hit you. Um, so she did the 4 points of damage, which is minuscule, and it is now Naragath's turn.
So here's my question: am I able to get in there and help Percy grappling her? If that makes sense, to try and since he's got her grappled, I could try and like get in there to try and disarm her.
Um, what a wonderful question. Okay, so you can use. I used to rule no, but then I saw there was something in the DMG um, that allows for it. So you can use a weapon attack to knock a weapon or other item from a target's grasp. You make an attack roll contested by their strength or dexterity. So I mean, like she'll probably make a strength check. She's stronger than she is dexterous. So you would make an attack roll. She would try to counter it with a athletics check, and if you win, then you knock the weapon out of her hand. So it wouldn't do any damage to her, but it would knock the weapon out of her hand.
Okay, I'm going to fighting spirit one more time so that I can get advantage on the weapon attack roll.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay. All right, that does hit her.
And then for this, I don't roll the damage because I'm going for the weapon, right?
Yes. So she's going to make an athletics check. She will fail the athletics check. The mace is out of her hand. It falls to the ground with a clatter.
And I forgot to move up. But yeah, I would move up here to do that. Yeah, after that, that would end my turn.
Okay.
And yeah.
Kit.
I'm gonna. Well, are we trying to keep her alive?
I think so.
I'd imagine so. Dead men
Okay.
tell no tales.
Then I won't do anything. Like, is there anybody else for me to pokey stabby?
I believe you can attack with less than lethal force to knock him out.
I think it needs to be melee.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I bonk her?
Yeah. You have to get off of Percy, but yes.
I can take up his same space.
Oh, because you're tiny.
I thought. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's.
Okay, that
Yeah,
hits.
unconscious. Not
She-
piercing though, bonking damage.
Right. Yeah, she takes 8 points of non-lethal damage, and she grunts. She is still up.
I can't do non-lethal damage with my crossbow, so.
Sniva.
I will also do the non-lethal bonking. With advantage, thanks to pack tactics. My rolls are fantastic today.
But that's okay. That does hit. And you still can't stay in Percy's space. You can move through any creature space that's a size larger than you. I mean, you could like be on one of those bar stools if you wanted. Yeah.
I'm extra tall now.
Yeah, so it's like if there was somebody blocking the door like a bad guy while nobody else could get past him, you could. You and Sniva
Okay.
too, probably. I think maybe. I'll have to look. But okay. Yeah. So she takes another 10 points of non-lethal damage. And she definitely seems worse for wear.
You could always just give up.
Percy.
Is there anything I need to do to keep her grappled, or no?
No, if she tries to get away, then like on her turn, like if she tries to pull away from you, you would do another contested strength check.
And as far as like, I can't attack her, right? Because I'm grappling.
You can attack her. I mean, you said you dropped your mace, but you could
Yeah, I
still
did.
you could attack her. Like you could punch her. If you have another weapon on you, you could even like grab that, and you could still keep a hand on her, which would count as grappled, and use it to hit her.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with an unarmed. Where is fucking? Do I even have that anywhere? As a button, I don't think I do.
If you don't have it, just use the mace for the attack roll, and then the damage would be 1 plus your strength modifier.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask you a question. Can I make them prone so that everyone can have advantage when they attack?
Let me check on that. I saw something for that recently too. It should just take a second.
You're tackling them or something like that, so that they're still grappled. I'll even go prone. Actually, no, that's probably not a good idea, because then she'll have an advantage.
To be fair, out of anyone, me and you are the best ones for her to have advantage on.
Yeah, I was just wondering if she could actually attack me while prone. I forget the rules on that.
Um, I'm gonna say go if you want to not take her down. You would do another contested athletics check. And if you beat her again, then she is down. She would still be grappled, and she is down on the ground. If you wanted to do that.
I do. Oh no. We'll see. Roll badly.
So you try to drag her down, and she's just like, no, no, and she's just like resisting being dragged down.
All right. So my mace, it's pointy bits
like suck back into itself, and it becomes like a just a ball mace.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I can move it. Can I move it? But I'll move it next to her and try to give her a bonk with that.
You should be able to, but I will move it for you really quick. Doo doo doo. Okay, and go ahead and.
How do I make it attack without taking a level or a spell?
I'll have to set you up another like button for your spiritual weapon after casting. Go ahead and roll a d20. Add your spell attack modifier.
Which I believe that's a wisdom, right? So
Yeah, it'd be wisdom. Your wisdom mod plus your proficiency bonus, which I think is probably still just 2. I'm not trying to do that, lady. Oh yeah, that hits her.
one second, I gotta figure out the damage. So when it comes to damage, is it 1d8 plus my? Oh, it is. Yeah, 1d8 plus spellcasting. So
Okay. What does that look like?
I go for the leg swipe. She like jumps up at the same time. My mace just is right there to meet her head and bonk.
I'm trying to make it. There we go. Bonk. She drops to the ground. She does not get a turn because she is defeated. And she's not a blood spot though. She's just defeated. And yeah.
All right. Good job, everybody. Is it Duchesne? Do you have anything I could tie this thug up with?
He is like, yeah. And he goes off into the stable and comes back with a length of rope.
I do the tie them up. Well, that escalated quickly.
I thought it was going to escalate before that.
I'm surprised it took that long to escalate.
Yeah, I thought you were going to instigate, though, but you kind of just bullied them and told them to leave your table.
You did kind of bully them. I thought.
Seba will also point at the table to Duchesne and be like, "We didn't actually carve onto your table, just in case you were wondering."
I was about to, though. I will admit to that. Also, it's self-defense if they draw their weapons first.
No, you get no argument from me there. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know if this is good or bad, but it's definitely something. Oh, and he kind of leans on the bar like this. Oh boy.
As he's like having this mini crisis in front of him, he's like, I mean, whatever it is, beer?
How long do they usually stay in town?
I mean, Not long. They usually they come, they take what they want, and they go. I mean, this is the first time they've sat down and ordered something. The mustache guy looked familiar, but I mean, I suspected, but I wasn't positive. But I guess, oh boy, the barmaid that had asked you about drinks before. I mean, she starts like pouring your drinks because Deshane still seems a bit beside himself, and she just starts putting drinks. I'd say probably about half of the commoners in the place seem very pleased and like they're congratulating you and thanking you a couple of them might be approaching you to like slap you on the back and stuff like that, while a couple of the others that are thanking you may be keeping their distance, like I hope they don't mistake me for a bandit. But
I'm giving out high fives.
there you go.
I downed a beer and then I realized that I left my mace on the ground over there. I'm gonna go mosey over and pick it up.
Sure.
Like as they're doing it, I'm like on my third beer.
Yeah, the barmaid, I mean, she keeps them coming. And Deshane looks very concerned.
Unfortunately, I imagine people are gonna come soon looking for them. If they don't,
That's what I'm afraid of. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, my stomach
I
hurts.
give the barmaid 3 gold. I'm sorry about the mess.
Yeah, she takes it. They're poor. Thank you.
well, we were thinking of going back up there. This might actually work to our advantage if they send more people down here. They might not send their full force, and we can take out a bit more before we go over there. Though we might want to meet them before they meet the town, just to make sure no one gets injured, no casualties. Any thoughts? You could stop drinking so many beers and give me your opinion.
After my 5th beer, I'm gonna kind of like slightly stumble outside, but also want to take a look at the horses to see if there's like any very, very specific like markings on the horses that could easily identify them as like someone in specifics.
Sure. Um, the horses appear to have like no branding or anything. I mean, each one has unique like pattern markings, colorings that anyone who like particularly knows this horse might recognize it, but there's no brands or marks on them.
Thinking we might want to check out the guy with the twirly mustache, see what he has. If no one else will, I guess I will go over there and
Sure, yeah.
look at his inventory.
He's got his leather armor, which now has a couple of holes in it, but it can be repaired if needed. He's got a light crossbow. Looks like it's a little damaged, and his scimitar, and he had 11 copper pieces.
I'm just gonna eat a bunch of cheese.
Okay. Yeah, the
I will
barmaid. I mean,
join.
she gives you cheese. If you want cheese, she's like, here's.
There was there's no paperwork on him or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
Like, what sort of paperwork are you looking for?
Orders.
Uh, just someone with a fancy mustache might, have some paperwork.
That's true.
I don't know, grocery lists. I don't know, a list of things to do to people when they go into town, like punch someone or I don't know.
Um, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna like pick her up,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna start like stripping her of her like gear, like her weapons, the different things, so that when she wakes up, she doesn't have anything she could like reach for,
Sure.
and like setting it on the ground and everything. And then I'm gonna say to I forget the Deshane was his
Yeah.
name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask him if there's like a uh more private area we could set her up in, like put her in.
There's well, I mean, there's the stables or there's the rooms upstairs.
Uh, I'm gonna take her to one of the rooms upstairs and like motion to Kit and be like, "Hey, Kit, you want to come help me with this?"
Yeah.
All right, and then we're gonna go up there and like basically set her up in one of the rooms.
Sure.
This never will follow.
I'm gonna take a look at the what the acolyte has.
Mm-hmm. She had a club and 7 electrum pieces.
I will definitely take those.
And I'm going to shoot the other 3 of you upstairs really quick. And those are the open doors are the rooms that you guys like were given. Doesn't matter to me who's in what room, but those are the rooms you were given the night, well, a couple of nights ago. But Percy, what else are you doing? What else are you doing there?
I'm gonna just I'm gonna kind of help with like moving the bodies somewhere they might not be so visible,
Sure.
or like help dispose of them,
This
and
one
also look
commoner.
at
Mhm.
also like looking through their inventory to see if there's anything like a hand crossbow or something that one of my teammates needs.
Sure. They have light crossbows, scimitars, leather armor, things of that nature. None of them have a light crossbow. One of them has 5 gold pieces. One of them has 9 silver.
Whoa, hold on. 9 gold pieces?
I think 5. I think it was 9 silver and
Okay.
yeah, 9 silver, 5 gold. Yes. But yeah, one of the commoners comes out. The chef, comes out of the kitchen, and he's going to help as well. Deshane just seems very, very distraught. Like, not like bad distraught, but just like he just
Anxious and worried.
Yeah. Yes, anxious is great. Yes, he seems very anxious.
Yeah, so if they know any good ways of disposing the bodies or however they do it, I will help.
Yeah, the cook looks back at the kitchen and he's like, "Oh yeah, I could dispose of these bodies, all right." But the other guy with the gray streaks in his beard is like, "No, no, no." He's like, "I know where to take them." He's like,
Wow.
don't worry. Join your friends. We'll take care of this."
Yo, what is the cook's? Is that Zesty?
Yes, he's a zesty commoner.
Wow.
All right. It's, I guess you can go to the other guys while I do this for
Okay. All right. So yeah.
off time.
So I'm gonna move the. I'm gonna move the rest of you, whoever might still be on that one page. So you're all in this room with her, and she is tied up and still unconscious, and you've got her in the room. Let's zoom in. So what would you guys like to do with her?
You're good at being scary, right, Nergath?
I can be scary.
When she wakes up, let me talk to her for a little bit, and I'll make her. I'll help get her a bit more scared of you, so that we can get information out of her. Find out why they were here in the first place.
Oh, good adventure or bad adventure? Yeah, me and Kid will go outside real quick and we'll come in and be bad.
I mean, you could think of it as a good adventure, a bad adventure. I was thinking of a kind of. Well, she called Percy a beast, so maybe she's thinking of us as monsters. Maybe if I tell her that you're a bit of a scary monster, she'll be more willing to talk.
Ooh, good adventure, spooky adventure. Okay. And I'll head out and as I'm heading out, it's like, you want the door shut?
Uh, that's up to you. You guys should stay nearby just in case. She is like securely tied up, right?
Yeah, she appears to be very securely tied up.
Actually, right before I'll leave, I'll find a way to kind of like take like what she's tied up with because I have some rope, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll tie her essentially to like the bedpost or something, so that if she tries to like go anywhere, she'll just like have to pull an entire bed.
Okay.
You need me to roll anything for that?
No, no.
Okay, yeah. So I'll do that, and then I'll.
So now are we waiting for her to wake up, or?
You can try to wake her up, or you can like wait for her to wake up.
I will try to wake her up.
Okay. Give me a medicine check. Yeah, that'll do it. Um, I mean, you don't have the easiest time like waking her up. Like you don't give her like a gentle shake and she doesn't like dart up, but like she eventually like you rouse her and she wakes with a bit of a start and looks around confused, and then she looks at you and she's just her face just turns to like anger, and she just kind of like lets out like a low growl. Not like a threatening one, more of like a defensive kind of growl. It's like, but yeah.
So this time I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm activating it ahead of time.
Yeah.
Uh, words of terror. I'm going to make the target that they are frightened of Narragath. I told you that I didn't need a bodyguard. You saw how some of the people that I work with are, right?
I have nothing to say to you.
I mean, you'll probably want to talk to some of us because you might not have anything to say to us, but some of us have ways of making people talk, and you'd rather talk than get us to make you speak.
I've heard that before, and if you think I'm as frightened of you as I am of Well, never mind. But
I mean, I'm I'm honestly just like a little I'm just a kobold. A lot of people kind of aren't necessarily afraid of us. But you've seen what I can do, I think, and you've seen what the giant in our group can do. And he's he said that he'd give me a little bit to talk to you before he talked to you, and you'll want to you'll want to listen to him because he'll make you talk.
she kind of like struggles a little bit against the rope, and she's just like, "Good luck."
Sneva will like try and do a little performance of acting like he's afraid of what Naragath will do. Like,
Hmm.
oh, I don't want to see that sort of stuff again.
Okay.
And just be like, no, no, really. I don't I don't think you understand some of the things that well, you kind of did pull out a mace and he can he can I think he might be something like some sort of creature of the night. Like he can get quite ferocious and it's like he just goes into a frenzy. You'll yeah.
When my people find out what you've done, they will burn this town down.
I mean, if you have any people left.
Oh, how do I turn her back into? Oh, I don't know how to turn her back into a regular NPC, so I can do her save. So you've talked to her for about a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and do her saving throw.
All right?
Let's see how she does. She's not very wise. I mean, I don't even need to ask you what the DC is. I mean, but you could tell me.
What would my spell save DC be?
On your spell book tab, it should be at the very
Oh,
bottom. Yeah.
13.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, she definitely doesn't make it. So at the end of that last sentence, like, I mean, she definitely seems very disturbed. She starts looking at the door, and like her voice gets a little like higher pitched and quavery as she's looking at the door when she threatens to, like, when she says, "When my friends, when my people find out what you've done, they'll burn this town down." But she's like looking at the door like apprehensively.
Sneva will walk over to the door and just like knock on it to tell them that, it's time.
Okay. She looks almost relieved when she sees Kit.
I mean, she saw what I did to her friend. She shouldn't really look that relieved.
Yeah, I mean, like, almost, not quite, but you weren't Naragath, so.
Can I use Mage Hand to slap her?
Yeah.
Okay, because I want to do that.
Okay.
But like as she's getting slapped, like it makes her like vision look away from the door.
Mm-hmm.
And when she looks back, I'm already in the room.
Okay. So she gets slapped at the mage hand. She looks very confused, like her head turns away, and she like looks back at Kit, um, and she snarls, and then she notices Naragath, and she kind of like squeaks and like she tries to like move back on the bed as like far as she can, like she's like kicking at the sheets, and she's just panicking, and she's just like, no, no.
Sneva will back away from Naragath as well, just like as a, oh no, he's here kind of
Okay.
just pretending.
I shut the door behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I step in and over towards the this is a table right here by the
Yeah.
window.
Yep.
Does the window have like curtains?
No.
No. Okay. I step over to the table and I look out the window a bit as if I'm like taking in the view.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely noticed that she's like scared of me for some reason,
Yeah, she is
and
trembling.
I'm totally gonna take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
So like I pull my backpack off and I kind of set it down on the table. I'm not saying anything,
Right.
but then like I reach in and I start pulling out like my fishing tackles and stuff,
She is
a
whimpering.
hammer,
She is whimpering watching you pull these things out of your bag.
a crowbar. I set a hand axe on the table next to all this, and then I set the backpack on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and I sit on the bed, and I then look at her, I look at the table, very obviously being like, this is where I'm looking, like full head turn for it so that she can definitely see. And then I look back at her as like, so you gonna talk?
Give me an intimidation check.
Can I give him an inspiration?
You absolutely can.
I will give him an inspiration.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't mean for it to roll for me, but
I mean, since I think the intent is for him to use it right away. I mean, we can take that 6.
Yeah, I was gonna use it on that.
Okay. She immediately starts to whimper and cry, and she is just like, please don't hurt me. And she's like looking like between you and like the fishing tackle and the hammer on the table, and yeah, I mean she looks completely terrified. I mean, yeah, like you said, like you don't really know what Snow is doing in there, but I mean, she seems like off the hook terrified. She seems like more scared than you would have expected, especially since she was putting on such a brave front downstairs. I mean, she seemed like a tough girl, and I mean, she really is, but she seems terrified.
Can I try to persuade her that I won't let him hurt her if he talks?
You can. What do you want to say? Well, roll the check first, and then tell me what you want to say to her, based on like how well you did. You did pretty good.
I won't let him crush your skull with his hands if you just talk.
She looks like really hesitant to like look away from him, like in case he's going to do something, but she seems like she really doesn't want to be looking at him. So she's using this like excuse that you're talking to her to kind of like look towards you, but she's still like trying to watch him out of the corner of her eye. What 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 do you want to know? Please don't let him crush my skull. It's the only one I have.
So you're gonna cooperate and tell us everything?
Yes. Just don't let him hurt me.
I get up and like not really say anything. I like kind of look at Kit and like give a head nod to be like ask away, and then start putting everything away to try and like ease her a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
How many people are at the keep?
There are 25 others.
25?
25.
Were you guys running a scam on the town?
No.
So all the dangers you're protecting against are authentic?
Yes.
Who's your leader?
The lady Sylve Danae. She's the rightful lord of these lands.
when you said say the name, my
Mhm.
head perks up, my ear perks up, and I look like eye over towards her, like uh, kind of like definitely can be seen that I'm doing that, but also like not in a threatening manner.
Mhm.
Do you guys realize you're putting a lot of strain and trouble on the town?
Oh fuck! I forgot a name. Let me. I gotta hang on a second. I gotta get a name so I can shoot another name at you. Na. Riley says it's the people's duty to pay the tribute to the to 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 the rightful lady of the land. Sylva's too busy with her riding around the forest and the mountains like fighting things, and she's just so so Riley is she says it's what the
Where's
people are
Riley
supposed
at?
to do.
Is Riley at the keep?
She is.
So
And
Sylv
so
doesn't know what Riley's doing.
I don't know. I mean, I know when Sylv returns to the keep. I mean, they talk, but I don't know what they talk about. I'm not a dirty eavesdropper. But Sylv is the dangers are real, and Sylv is trying to protect these people. Occasionally, she takes some of us out with her, but she's kind of like a lone wolf, I suppose. That's what Riley says. Riley says she's a lone wolf, and that's why she needs her to kind of like handle the regular day-to-day affairs. She's Sylv's cousin. They're both family. To each other, not to me.
Snever will like give a soft correction, be like, not a lone wolf. She rides on a wolf to kind of indicate that he knows who Sylv is.
Okay. Um. No, it shouldn't have been a saving throw. It doesn't matter. It's the same result. She's like, yeah, Kirby. Yeah, she rides on her wolf Kirby. It doesn't seem she picked up on the fact that like that you may have met her, at least not yet.
This is not the way a Lord of the Lands would properly take care of things by taxing a town so much that they're suffering.
Riley says they can afford it, and she says,
Clearly they can't. Have you not looked around?
I mean, they're doing fine. They have a mine. Riley said Riley said it's their duty and that they can afford it.
The mine is empty. They are literally suffering and dying for your stupid cause.
I'm just following my orders.
Well, your
af-
orders are bad and you're a bad person.
and then after Kit says that, I kind of like accidentally, I'm doing air quotes, like while trying to put it away, drop the hammer so it loudly bangs on the table, and then look at her and say, "If you're following orders, then why did we have to save some of the people who worked in the mine last night? You're supposed to be protecting them, but then they get attacked and stolen by ogres. Protection, my ass." And I look back.
I don't know anything about that. And she definitely let out a very loud like shout when the hammer hits the ground. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I finish packing my things up, and I go to leave, more in the hopes of like if I'm not there, it would help them be able to ask better questions,
Okay.
and she's not super terrified because I've done about all the scaring I want to do.
Sure.
So like I'll go out and I'll kind of like whisper towards like Kit and Snevis, like, see what else you can find. I'm gonna go talk to Percy.
Snever will tip his hat.
When you step out,
Huh.
there's like a dude like standing halfway out like his door, just like looking towards like where you guys are at. He just looks very puzzled and confused. Everything all right in there?
I pull a Sneva, and even though I don't have a hat, I tip my hat, and I go business as usual, and then walk away.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna go back down to Percy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how long has Sylv been a Lord of the Lands?
I mean, since definitely since her mother died, but I mean, she was off with her father, and I mean, she just only recently came back, and she was distraught to find the keep in ruins, the sanctuary was in ruins, the watchtower in ruins, so she set her cousin to start trying to make things right while she dealt with like the dangers in the woods.
We've met her. While we were rescuing the miners you're supposed to be protecting. And she seemed kind of shocked that the town would need any kind of protecting from the people in the keep. Does that surprise you?
I just take my instructions from Riley. Riley says that it's their duty. And
And
then
I think
that's-
Riley is working against what Sylv would want.
I don't know what to say to that.
Well, it seems like you're in a whole heap of trouble from all directions.
I mean, why exactly did you try to attack me down in the main room of the bar earlier? That seemed to come out of nowhere.
We heard that there were troublemakers in town, so Riley sent us to
Who
check
did you hear
things
that
out.
from?
What?
Who did you hear that from?
I heard it from Riley. I don't know where she heard it from. But she said that there were troublemakers in town and that we needed to go check it out and assess the situation and deal with it if needed. And when we realized that you guys must be the troublemakers, you definitely fit the descriptions. And then the way you treated, oh, poor Rodolfo. Oh my God, the way you killed him, his mustache. Oh no.
I mean, his mustache was pretty terrible. He deserved to die for that long.
But you fit the
I mean-
descriptions and the way you treated the way you treated them, the such bullies. I mean,
I'll be back to talk to you. Sneva, can you step outside with me?
that big dangerous
Of course.
man. He's so scary and dangerous. Everything all right out there?
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Sniver will tip his hat. Business as usual.
Sneva, I think Duchesne is sus. How would they get a description of us at all for being troublemakers when we didn't do anything
Yeah.
and he's the
now-
only person who doesn't want us to help?
And we met Sylv. Sylv didn't seem like a bad person, but it sounds like Riley is overstepping their duties and trying to leverage more currency than this town can handle.
Yeah, I think we should question Duchesne.
I think so as well. Although I don't think we should leave we shouldn't leave our friend in there alone for too long.
I could watch
Can I
her.
use my Can I use my bag of tricks to summon a bear to sit in the room?
I mean, you could use it to summon something. You don't get to choose what it is, but
The goat.
Angry goat.
But I
Yeah,
mean, I gotta say, it's like, I mean, even though it's just a regular goat, if you've pulled it out of a bag and threw it on the ground, it definitely won't seem like a regular goat.
uh, can I just before I leave? One more question is what is Duchesne's involvement in everything? Does he talk to Riley directly?
No, not that I know of. I mean, he's the one we deal with when we come to town. But I mean, Riley's only been to the town just the first night we came here, and I mean, she didn't speak to him privately. She spoke to him when she was addressing the entire town. I mean, she was looking at him because he's in charge here.
Can I roll insight and see if she's lying?
Yeah, you can definitely do an insight check. Um, I mean, she is still very nervous and very terrified. So it's making it kind of hard to tell like whether or not she is lying or telling the truth. But she might be a little too rattled still, and scared of what might happen to her because of Narragath to be lying maybe.
Okay. I tell the goat to if she moves to headbutt her. Just right in the face. Amazing.
I don't know if you guys could hear my goat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could hear it from downstairs.
Sneva will just ask one last question before leaving.
Sure.
Do you know who exactly said we were troublemakers? Like where you got that information from?
I mean, Riley told us that there were troublemakers in town, and she described you. I don't know where she got the information.
Of course. Hopefully, hopefully you're telling the truth and Narragath won't need to do any of his things. He says with like a vacant look in his eyes,
Okay.
and he will walk out and shut the door.
Minding my own business.
Sneva will tip his hat, as we all do.
Okay, I want to go downstairs to talk
It's
to
this
Duchesne.
I love that module.
I can't go down the stairs.
Just hit, select your token, and it should be
Oh
hitting
yeah, I was
A.
trying. It just kept saying there was a wall.
That might have been Sneva.
Okay, you guys are back downstairs. The bodies have been removed. A couple of the commoners are cleaning up some blood and stuff. The chef has probably gone back to the kitchen by now. His assistant has brought all the cheese that he could find, so he's And the barmaid starts like pouring more drinks as you guys come down. Yeah, we'll say
I
this
relayed
combat is-
information to Percy and Nergath that somebody tattled there were troublemakers in town, and everything else we learned. And there's 25 people in the heap. But Sylve is the lord of the land, or lady of the land, and she seemed shocked that the people in the tower are harassing the town. So I think Riley's gone rogue, and Duchesne is sus.
When we met her last night, she definitely didn't seem like she was intending to do any of this from the way she acted. She seemed genuine with what she was doing.
I
So
also
I-
told her we were protecting the town from people in the tower, and she clarified what tower and seemed very shocked. So
Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
noticed that too.
where's Duchesne?
Oh, you're looking
Is
for
it
me?
right there?
Yeah,
Just-
so tell me about Riley.
I don't know who that is.
That's a lie.
I know.
Tell me about Riley, or we will just leave town and let them burn it to the ground.
There's no Riley in town.
Not in town. Can I intimidate?
Yeah, what are you doing to intimidate?
Standing on the counter and grabbing him by the scruff of his shirt.
Sure, give me an intimidation check.
Can I add my advantage dice to that?
Yeah.
I don't know how to use that. I only know how to roll it.
I think you just
Can I also slap
Click
him with
on
a
it.
mage hand while I'm holding his shirt?
sure. Okay, he seems like really flustered and surprised, and he's just like, "I don't know any Riley." Is that is? I don't know who you're talking about.
Can I roll insight and see if he's lying?
Yeah. He seems genuinely surprised. He doesn't know why you've jumped up on the counter and like grabbed him and had an invisible hand slap him, and he really doesn't seem to know who you're talking about. You think he's probably telling the truth about not knowing who Riley is.
Okay, I'll let him go and then mage hand pat him on the head.
Okay. He's like, what's this about? I mean, what did that woman tell you?
Somebody told people in the keep that there's troublemakers in town. And I can't imagine who would have done that.
I certainly wouldn't have done it.
You seemed like you didn't want us to help at all, and you tried to shoo us away when we tried to help, so...
Because I was afraid of something like this.
What, like half of them dying and nothing bad happening?
If the rest of them come and find out that these folk are dead, and I don't know what they're going to do.
Well, I don't think they're going to send all of their people down. If they send another party down, we'll just deal with them.
He just shakes
Clearly,
his
we're
head.
capable.
Clearly, but he's just like shaking his head, just like he just really doesn't know what to do.
Who in town do you think would be running up to the keep to tell them the happenings?
No one. No one would. I can't think of a person in town who would betray us
So
like
we're
that.
not even troublemakers. We went to save your people and we brought back fancy bacon. I'd say
I-
that's the least troublemakery.
I lean over and I whisper in Kit's ear, hopefully not loud enough for anyone else to hear. It's like, what if Riley's just saying we're troublemakers? Because her name is Sylv, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Sylv told her we were helping the town and might have mentioned what we told her. What if Riley doesn't want us trying to prevent them from doing it after hearing that's what we wanted to do from Sylv? That could have been what happened.
That's big brain thinking. I didn't think of it. You're onto something.
I have a smart sometimes.
I'm sorry for slapping you, Shane.
It's fine. It's fine.
I say to Zane, hey, to Shane, can you pour me a beer?
Yeah. And he goes
I'm
to
gonna
like,
overpay again.
Percival
Even,
is
like 3 gold.
Percival's extremely entertained.
he goes to like pull you a beer.
Whenever he goes to hand it to me,
Mhm.
I hand it back to him as like, this is for you.
He nods like with like some sort of relieved gratitude and just downs it.
Well, I think we should, I don't know what to do with our friend upstairs, but I think we should rest just in case people come looking for them.
Yeah, so I was thinking we could maybe have some people on the lookout just in case so they can wake us up.
I mean, the barkeep and stuff.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
While
He's
Deshain
looking
is
for something to do.
Hmm?
I said pitchfork guy. He's looking for something to do.
Yeah, he is. We'll go ahead and say this guy's pitchfork guy, the guy that rid of the bodies. Yeah, he comes back in, but the barmaid comes over to you, and she says,
It's a very convincible
when
pitchfork guy.
when you were talking with Deshane, I mean, it was hard not to overhear what you were asking him when you were yoking him up and stuff like that. But I don't think he's capable. I don't think he would betray us. But the healer's grandson, I know he's been very concerned about his grandmother, and I mean, he often goes off alone in the woods for like hours at a time. I mean, again, I'm not saying that he is reporting on what's happening in town. That's definitely, I don't know, but if he is, he's only doing it because he cares about what happens to his grandmother. I don't think that's what's happening, but
Lester, there's people. They took people back to keep, huh?
yeah, I probably shouldn't have said anything. I don't know, but we're kind of scared and confused.
So they do have hostages, right?
Yeah, they
Well,
took
they
our
took her
healer.
there.
Yeah.
All right, we should go talk to this grandson. Maybe he can help if he's not betraying, I guess.
Yeah, sounds like someone we'd want to talk to for sure.
Pitchfork guy is like he had some bacon this morning, and then I saw him go off into the woods. But again, I don't think little Timmy is capable of betraying us either. I mean, I think his grandmother would rather die than have her grandson betray us to them.
Okay, I say we get rest and then go talk to him.
Yeah, I could use some rest.
I could as well.
What do you
Sure,
want me to
why
do
not?
with? What do you want me to do with your prisoner? Because I've got a pitchfork. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying I could guard her.
Yeah, guard her and make sure she has food. And I hand him a couple gold.
Okay. And then we're about to end it for the night. But before we do, and before you guys actually rest, the merchant fellow, he comes into the inn, and he's just like, "Oh, young sir."
Never will tip his hat.
I heard you took care of some of those ruffians here. Pitchfork guy who needs a name. Or does he? No, probably not. Pitchfork guy's fine. He's like, Pitchfork guy there had me help hide some of the bodies, and I didn't know that you were so involved with like helping keep us safe. So here you go. I worked something out, and he hands you a hand crossbow and a box of 20 bolts.
Thank you.
No, thank
Never
you.
will.
Thank you. And he gives you like a little bow. He tries to bow like really low because he's a little over 6 feet tall, and he wants to seem respectful to you. And he tries to bow like really low. He kind of loses his balance a little.
Never will give like a. He doesn't want to bow back because he feels like that would be rude,
Mm-hmm.
but he'll give like a small, almost curtsy.
He seems pleased at the curtsy. I can't spell the word crossbow.
I hath found a room with a big bed, and I flop on it.
But I have added the hand crossbow to your inventory.
I see it.
And yeah. Little Timmy, two-timer Snitch McFace. Oh, poor little Timmy, two-time Snitch McFace. Yeah, thank you guys so much for playing. That was fun, and I don't know what's gonna happen next time. Oh boy,
Oh boy.
might have to beat up little Timmy, two-timer Snitch McFace. But yeah. For those of you who are watching or will watch or whatever, thank you so much for doing that. And please follow our players on the Twitch and the Twitters and find out what they are up to. They're doing stuff. Is there anything in particular any of you guys would like to plug? Or I can't spell the word tweet.
I'll be getting back to streaming now that my computer isn't broken. So that's a thing.
Your computer is broken?
Yay! Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, it was like being fine for a couple hours, then suddenly nothing would run properly. So it was really stressful, like 5 days.
Yeah, it would just start lagging with nothing running, and it was weird.
To reiterate what I said earlier, because I was helping out with that, computers are dumb.
Yes, they are. Computers are dumb. Well, I'm glad it's working. Yeah, I haven't been online too much lately. I'm working a lot and helping get ready for the wedding. We won't be playing next week, you guys and the people at home, because I will be dancing, possibly very drunk. But my daughter's getting married next Sunday, so
Tell her I said
hooray!
congrats.
Thank
Yay.
you. Yeah, it's gonna be. And apparently, we're not really doing like a daddy daughter dance as much as we will be doing a daddy daughter something else to a song that is more like something we're not going to dance to. She said it's very fast, and we're probably just going to be mostly just like bopping and singing along. So I mean, I told her not to tell me. I want to be surprised. So that should be fun. I could dance anyway. I mean, yeah, yeah, we could dance anyway. But yeah, it's we're looking forward to it, and of course this is the last week of like all the things we got trying to get ready. I can dance if I want to. I can leave my friends behind for a night.
It's your moment to make everybody cry.
Oh
Come
yeah, I
on,
know.
man.
I still working on my my father of the bride toast. Yeah, I'm gonna try and make like I'm definitely gonna make people cry with that. I don't know if I'm gonna make them cry with the dancing because of what she told me about it. Because it's not gonna be one of those like sweet, creepy.
Maybe a nice sourdough to make the toast.
There you go.
Do an interpretive dance during your.
I like that too.
That physically hurt me, Pry.
You're welcome.
Now, of course, I mean I'm not a dancer by nature. So almost any time I dance to anything, no matter how I'm trying to be, it's almost always interpretive dance. People are like, "What the hell is he doing?"
Trust me, I work at a hotel that has weddings like almost every weekend.
Yeah,
I don't think you can be as bad as some of the people I've seen.
probably not. I do like to dance. I'm just not very good at it, but I've got a little bit of rhythm, and I feel the music in me. So you know, I try to boogie down. I also have no shame. I've reached the age where I have like no shame, so like you know, I will also dance like any way I want to dance, and I don't really worry about what other people are thinking about my dancing anymore. So
The best way to be.
yes, agreed. But yeah, again, thanks guys so much for playing. Thanks people who may have been watching for watching. I know some of you are. What's up? What's up, Zero? I know Mex was out there before, and yeah, thanks everybody. Appreciate it. And yeah, we'll be back hopefully in 2 weeks if everything goes well with everybody.
Yeah.
Did you have something else, Pri?
Well, I realized that I could do this after you end stream. So.
Oh, okay, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, and everybody have a good night.